Ladies and gents, welcome to a very unique map and a very unique game. This is part of a tourney I'm actually playing in called Return of Reverse Pick. And basically, you pick civilizations for your opponent to play throughout the series. That's how the tournament works. For example, this week I played as the Goths and the Koreans. Interesting. This is a best of 3, but we're not covering the whole best of 3 here. This is actually just game 1 from the series. And I'm about to play my second round, so I'm kind of talking through some of the maps, some of the settings, trying to familiarize myself before that round. But I heard this game is really cool because not only are the civilizations unique, but what else is unique in this tourney is that it is standard victory condition, which means you could win with a Wonder or a Relic, which is very rare in Age of Empires 2. By the way, apologies if you hear thunder outside, as it is currently storming like crazy outside. So, just a Florida man thing. So, in the red, we have the favorite. The red is Nili. You might know him. He's a caster as well, at 2300 elo, as I put there. He's playing as the Vietnamese. So again, this means that on the civilization draft, Dan MT here would have given him the Vietnamese. And then here in the blue, we have Dan MT, who comes in at around 2100 elo. Don't really know too much about Dan. But again, I do at least know the fact that he made it to the second round in this event. And it's 2100 elo, which is really solid. He's playing as the Celts. Now, this map I've uploaded before to my channel. There is a neutral wall in the middle. So, unlike normal arena where you own the walls, these are walls that you do not own. You have no vision off of these walls. This is Z-Wall. It was created for a arena-style tournament. I forget what it was called. But anyways, it was a really cool event. I hope they eventually bring it back. If you want to break through this wall, you can. But obviously, you need to make some army to do so. Now, protecting the wall would be a couple bears. So that discourages you from sending villagers out there because, at least early on, because the bears will fight back. And then typically you have 1 stone and 1 gold safe behind your town centers. And then the rest of the resources are towards the front, right? And as well as there being relics. So remember, if you get all the relics here, a relic countdown will actually begin. Spicy little, addition to the map, which is already pretty cool. So, listen, I've been saying for a long time, I really think that standard victory conditions, meaning Wonder Victory and Relic Victory, should be explored a little bit more. I wouldn't mind seeing a whole tournament doing it. I know some people were like, well, T90, then you should just do it with your tournaments. I'm a little conflicted on that, right? I'm not sure I want to be the one to bite the bullet. And that's the reason for that is just if you're doing mixed maps, for example, it could take away from taking map control and could occasionally just lead to Wonder Victory Wars, but I want to see it more. And I know if you do quick play when you play Age of Empires 2, that is an option to win with Wonder or Relic Victory. But it is not in Ranked. Ranked is always Conquest, as they call it. So for the time being, just chilling out here in Dark Age. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hope people have been enjoying the content. Lots of positive comments recently. Thank you guys for that. And I can't really think of anything else to talk about besides the fact that there's 6 relics, which I already said. And how many bears are there? There's 8 bears. There's 8 bears. Yeah. Bears do not attack monks. So if you were to send monks out to collect the relics, the bears don't feast on them. I guess that's because the men are old and frail and they don't have a lot of meat on their bones. Whereas the youthful villagers have a little bit more to pick off the bones. I don't know. I'm not a bear. I do not know what appetizes a bear. But if there's any bears watching, you could give me information on that. Let's talk about the civs, actually. I mean, these are civilizations we don't see picked in tournaments that frequently. I think Vietnamese is particularly underrated as a whole. And I say as a whole because I think they can be good in a variety of different settings. So, they could be good on Arabia. I know King of the Desert's going on right now. We've seen Arabia, or Vietnamese on Arabia a bit. Because they've got a pretty good tech tree, and they're really good economically as well. Their eco upgrades do not cost food, which is, again, underrated. I think you can design whole build orders over that. And, here, we've got stone walls. So, you kind of know what's going on with this type of map. But if it were a different type of map, knowing where your opponent's TC is also very nice. As that means less scouting. So anyways, Nili's going up here. It looks like he's going pretty fast up here. He's kind of in between what you normally see. Normally you're seeing like 25 or 26 population up, or if you're going to contest the walls in feudal age, you're seeing around 19 or 20. So he could be factoring in the fact that he doesn't have to spend... Wait, did I say they don't have to spend food on eco upgrades? I'm pretty sure they don't have to spend wood on eco upgrades. I think I got it wrong. Anyways, he might be factoring that in. Kind of feels like this build isn't the best from him. Right behind him, we've got Dan. And, you know, just to finish my thoughts on the Vietnamese not only have good economy, they have fantastic archers. They have a great late game. So they've got Imperial Skirmisher, which is unique to them. They've got Halb. They've got Lightcap. Really strong elephants, rats, and archers. Siege is decent. They're just okay. Like, they're not missing a lot of things up here. The Celts are missing a lot of things. They're missing final armor. They're missing final armor. They're missing final attack. And Celts do chop wood faster starting in this age, in Dark Age. But beyond that, like, yeah, they get Paladin. Okay, it's one of the worst Paladins in the game. Yeah, they get Archers, but they don't get Arbalest, and they lack those upgrades. It's Infantry and Siege. And competitively, what we typically see with the Celts in 1v1s these days is a lot of aggression. Using the faster firing Siege and taking advantage of, point of the game where having that wood bonus over your opponent could pay off. You want it to pay off as soon as possible, right? So actually, I judged Nilly's build a little bit. I think he could have added one more Vil. As you can see, he's idling right now, but it actually is pretty clean here. He goes Blacksmith, he goes Market, and he's building his buildings in a way where it almost looks like he's expecting pressure here. He knows it's a possibility, and I kind of like it, because I've seen many games on this map. Now, normally what happens here in like other tournaments is you're picking your own civilizations, and we see a lot of the common picks like Turks, Burgundians, Portuguese. You see a lot of gunpowder unique units, a lot of monks, a lot of aggression through the mid, but neither of these civilizations necessarily scream aggression with their unique units. Dan is up now to Castle Age as well. Again, he is the underdog here. He will be a minute behind. He's got 3 more villagers working right now. Obviously, Nilly's going to take some type of an advantage with the faster Castle Age and do something with it. So that's something you would expect to be a second town center if he's looking to add more villagers, which is common on walled maps, or a monastery to get the relics. And I like what he's doing with this scout, looking over the walls to see exactly what's going on over there. Remember, there's a lot of stone and gold on the front for both. So I don't think this will be a very defensive game. Like, I think there will be some additional economy, but eventually those forward golds and stones are going to matter. Right now, it looks like immediate town centers for Nilly. He's like, I have faith in the Vietnamese late game, and I have faith in myself as a player because I am the favorite here. And whoops, sorry about that. I have to play towards my strengths. There he goes. Dropping a town center. Good town center on the wood and the gold. Good town center on the wood and the stone. Also squeezing in. This is what I mean about the Vietnamese. This is beautiful. Squeezing in the wood upgrade, the farm upgrade, and in a position to still see a bunch of farms for this. I do still think he will experience some idle time. This is very greed. But, the GL guys are kind of known for getting those eco upgrades really early. Meanwhile, we have a siege workshop, and we have a barracks that is not yet completed here for Dan. And a monastery on the farm, which, from what I've heard, could be very important in this game, that monastery on a farm. What? Normally you want that forward where all the relics are, where all the aggression's going to be. But Dan, hey, I mean, he's going to build it back here, and he's going for a ram now. So here's the thing. Nilly is full booming, okay? I'm so excited. I hope you guys watching right now, I hope you're getting excited as well. Sometimes I wonder, I'm literally just a dude sitting in an empty room talking to a computer screen. Yes, you guys actually are watching later on, but at the end of the day, I'm just like getting excited in a room alone by myself about what could happen here, which is possibly a little embarrassing. But thank you. I hope you're excited. Neely's going to maybe see the ram, but he doesn't get the attack notification, okay? So we got Spearman going into the ram. That means that ram will destroy that a little bit faster there. And we've got monks on the way. Now, the fact that this monastery's on the back tells me that Dan has a plan. And he's going to get the relics here in a second. Nearly adding a siege workshop. Now, if this was a normal arena game or a normal Zawal game, we would be questioning the decision to go for a ram because you can't really use it against army. We'd be questioning quite a few things here. Saying, oh my goodness, you're not going to have the economy for a long game. Nilly's economy is looking good. Nilly knows that he can use a Mangan Elf against the siege. Nilly knows that probably there might, or feels as though there might be a follow-up of some kind. He's 100% just expecting this to be siege infantry. And look at this. We have a rewall here from blue. Very smart. And notice how he's leaving the relics here. So he's leaving these 3 relics. He considers them to be easy. And he's snagging these. Now, from Nilly's point of view, if he were to look, you could see that relic's gone now. But he has no real way to contest it beyond his scout and beyond the siege that's about to come out. Nilly is dropping lots of economy right now. Let's look at resources collected for him. Actually isn't even ahead. That is crazy. Celts maybe a little underrated as far as the eco as well. Oh, 50 villagers versus 39. You know how this is going to work. But guys, remember, this tournament is standard win condition, right? And Nilly has played this as if it's not. I don't know if he's going to react. It is something that could be dawning on him here. Maybe he recognizes like that it is that type of a situation, and he feels like he's going to have the time to be able to get over here to this monastery. But all the relics that were on Nilly's side are now gone, and we have monks shipping them back to the monastery, which was originally placed on the back farm because this was this guy's whole freaking plan. Nilly sees the ram, and Nilly's like, all right, I've defended from this. I'm in good shape. Guys, this might actually be the first time that I... nice touch from blue, by the way, to bring the 1 relic in and just drop it. But yeah, I believe this is the first time that I've ever seen Relic Victory on this version of Capture Age. We have it for community games and whatnot, but I genuinely do not know if there's a pop-up in 1v1s for the Relic Countdown. I obviously hope there will be, but I cannot remember a time where I've seen it before, which is why I'm so excited about showing this game to you, because it's really unique. Ram went down there. That's our first kill of the game. Nilly's in full defense mode. And Blue, you've got to snag these relics quick here, because you're going to be pushed at some point. And he's now actually adding more walls behind the neutral walls, and then also adding houses here. So he's going to do what he can to fortify it up. And he's also going to add his own siege now. He's got 4 relics in there. We've got another one on the way back. There he is. And this guy is getting destroyed by bears. Is the monk going to stop and try and save him? Nope, we've got relics to deliver. Sorry, buddy. Oh, yep. Okay, so this villager is completely fine. This monk might heal him up. Yeah, there you go. That's what we call teamwork. Well done. And the countdown will start now. So unlike a wonder where you're like, oh, he's building a wonder. You have a bit of time to prep for it. Here, it's just like, surprise! 197 years. First game in this series. Blue comes in here as the underdog. And he had a plan, baby. He had a plan. And is he going to get the relics kind of like what I would do and then not wall up further and, just try and play normally? No. This is a different game now. This is a Relic Victory situation. And Nilly is now on the clock. So here comes Nilly. He's on his way to the Imperial Age. Remember, he has to break down these walls. You could tell Nilly wanted to build an outpost there because he remembered where the opening was, but he now encounters that Blue has additional walls. So Dan is the man. I had a buddy, Dan, growing up, and everyone, he remember, he was like, I just want someone to say hi to me over the age of 50 without saying, hi, Dan the man. Every single one of our parents would say, what's up, Dan the man? Sorry to any Dans out there if that's triggering for you. But you know, Dan with the plan. That's maybe what people should have said. Though he absolutely had no plan on where his life was going. But I'm just kidding. Anyways, we move along. Neither did I. Just in case Dan watches this. That would be awkward. And anyways, fortified wall is in. If you've watched Fatslop, the famous Vikings Black Forest player, you'll know the fortified wall is a Castle Age tech. So Nili, he's got rats and archers on the way. He's probably going to go early chemistry to make bombard cannons. He gets through here. There's still a hole here. And he's trying to kill the monks. And the mangonel is blocking the scout there. So yeah, Dan does have a plan. And he is the man. He drops a castle here behind these walls. He's got a double layer over here. It's at 150 years now. Nili needs to dislodge the relics. Now, obviously, if he gets anywhere close to the monastery, he's already going to win the game in a standard fashion against blue. And this is going to be down to the wire, I think, because the Treb's already on the way for Nili. So the castle for blue is going to go down. And if Nili gets enough army to stop a second layer of wall here, or I guess a third layer of wall somewhere, it could be doable. Now, I guess what makes it awkward here, a lot of people are going to be thinking onager cut, right? But you can't actually go onager cut because the walls extend to the edge of the map. So for Nili to onager cut trees, he has to go through another layer of the normal, like, starting wall. And I guess that could be surprising, but, like, yeah, Nili's just going to go after the castle and hope that he can, you know, get enough to break through here. Nili's dropping another castle. He's dropping another siege workshop. I think did he get chemistry yet? Oh, he didn't click chemistry. That's a crucial one. I was going to say, I think he just goes full cannons. Because once you get like 6 cannons, you're starting to one-shot or be close to one-shotting the fortified walls. Blue is just, again, he's committed everything. He's not committing really towards an army. I guess he's making spearmen for some reason. But I don't think the spearmen are going to be all that helpful versus anything Nili ends up creating here. Pressure's on. Siege needs to keep coming forward here from Nili. He really needs to ram away at the blue walls now. Something he's now going to do. He's at 126 years. Will blue be able to hold on? All 6 relics are there in that monastery. So what you want in blue's position is you want the onager upgrade so you can bop the rams from over the wall. In Nili's position, you probably want to use your archers against those mangonels. It's worth it to lose your archers if you're just keeping your rams active. Rats, actually, now I say that, rats and archers have the same range as the mangonels, though. He's found it a little awkward, so now he's got to bring in his own mangonels. Onager upgrade is on the way for blue. And these are just mangonels for now. One of them goes down, but the rams are now gone. He took out 2 layers, but there's now 3 more layers behind it. Obviously, lots of villagers going down in the process. Chemistry just now on the way for Nili. We're almost halfway there. How's your onager micro here, blue? I mean, they're killed onagers, right? They fire faster. I think Nili's really going to struggle here. This must be a very frustrating feeling. This is when Fatslot meets a tournament right here. What a strat, dude. Like, he opened up going for the Relic victory. Because I know that because he made the monastery in the back. And stupid me made a comment on the positioning of it. Even though I kind of had an idea of how this game was going to flow. Nili has all these resources. He now is unsure on really what to do with it. You can see he just sold off a bunch of food. And I think that's because he wants to mass bombard cannons. And bombard cannons can take out the onagers. So that is the correct play here. But might even be worth going for like a 3rd and a 4th siege workshop. There's siege engineers as well. And now here come the cannons. 90 years remaining. And like Nili has barely made any progress here. And he's got more bombard cannons on the way. Or the first bomber cannon's on the way. Can't really say more. Rats and archers still being microed against the villagers. Again, it's worth it to lose some archers here or there to just delay the walls. The trebs on the onagers is a nice touch. He's doing what he can. Blue's also been repairing this. Obviously making more onagers here, but he doesn't quite have the range. And here come the first couple cannons for Nili. Again, he's got to be in full cannon mode here. Okay, that siege workshop's got cannons. This siege workshop's got more cannons. He drops a castle. It's a desperation castle. Oh, he lost his cannon! No way! That's so unfortunate. The Treb from blue sniped the cannon. And now I think Nilly's castle is going to go down as well. Don't question it. I know people are going to question it. The answer is, if you're wondering why, the pressure does crazy things to you. You need every little bit of help you can get. Boom, another castle. Obviously, the Treb's gone now. Rats and archers hoping to break through this side. Oh, Nilly's going for the trees, people. He's going for the tree. A smart move. He just now noticed it. His castle will go up. We've got 60 years. Blue, your whole economy needs to come wall here, buddy. All of it. That freaking Treb. Will it hit the right tree? No! It's not hitting it. Oh, no. Wait, the onager. Blue, what have you done? What have you done? Oh, that's the strat right there. Try and get rats and archers here so blue cuts it again. I honestly think he's trying that. Just throw one rats and archer right there. He's exploring right now. But if you sit right next to that, blue might open it up. At the end of the day, though, you still need to get through the front area because you need to get to that monastery. Something that from Nilly's point of view, he can see in the darkness. And he's through. With 46 years remaining, Nilly is through. And, you know, maybe like 5 minutes ago, it didn't look like he would ever get through. And he's made it. He's made it. He's got good rats and archer numbers. He's got lots of cannons. He's got lots of trebs. But blue's onagers find a pretty good shot there. Nilly's got lots of cannons on the way. Now, if the monastery was on the front, the dream was dead. So again, good thought from blue. Well, even dropping a tower here. But who cares? Like, if you lose the tower, whatever, it's a distraction for blue. You just need to do as much as possible to try and get this push going. We've got 30 years. Backup castle. Grab all the vills you can't repair that. Yep. Or attack with vills. Anything to stop the siege from taking out your buildings right now. 29 years. There go the vills. We know they're going to die very quickly, though. Tower's actually going up. What a couple champs here. Treb goes down for blue. Oh, no. Blue's behind by 70 population. The monastery's behind the castle that has just now gone down. There's not as many cannons here, though. Some of those cannons are stuck out behind this. There's quite a few onagers. We got 20 years left. Onagers connect. Blue doesn't have any more onagers on the way, though. He's going to lose one. There's 5 remaining. Nilly's so close. But there is also still a layer of wall here. Is Nilly going to try and trap it down? Can he range that? Can he range the monastery? Guys, I didn't see this game before. I just heard about it. I didn't realize it would be this close. Nilly's going for the monastery. Repair! Repair, blue! The 2 trebs that were firing go down. There's one more, but that is a new monastery again because of the repairs. Holy cow, man. I don't think Nilly can do it. I don't think he can do it. Boom. Treb goes down. 4.5 years remaining. That monastery is going to stand, and what a game. What a ridiculous game here. What a strategy. Nilly says, wow, nice one. Respects his opponent. And what a game. Wow, this game was 10 times better than I thought it would be. Honestly, having heard about it, obviously there were some teasers in the early commentary. And then having seen how it was playing out, I thought blue was going to win. Also, I like how Nilly resigns 0.2 years away from it ending. I kind of knew blue was going to win, but I didn't think Nilly was going to get close. I was just thinking, wow, Nilly was so late to chemistry. There's no way he's going to ever progress past these walls. But when he started to break through, it all started to fall apart for blue there, and what a hold. I even think in like the final moments, if Nilly had a little bit more patience, he actually does it. So let's look right here. Okay, so he has the right idea, and obviously it's at 13 years. But if he doesn't show those trebs right there, I mean, I guess blue might have backed off with the onagers. But I think if Nilly just waits, because soon after this, he takes out these onagers. I guess the presence of the trebuchets forced blue to show up, though, so it's really tricky. Anyways, I kind of feel like if, in this moment, if Blue only had one Onager and Nilly had 3 Trebs, Blue might lose. But then again, we don't know how good the repairs would necessarily have been. It would have been really close. Anyways, a great game. Let me know your thoughts. I hope people enjoyed this one a lot. I will have Hardy edit in the result to this whole series as the best of 3. I'm not going to cover it. None of the games were near this good for those that are interested, because I know there's probably a lot of people that are like, wait, this was a tournament. How did the underdog do in the rest of the games? Did he have any other tricks? Did it work out for him? Great game. That is a good old Relic victory in a tournament. And by the way, I'm playing in this. I'm going to go for Relic victory. I hope my opponent's not watching right now because the game's starting in 25 minutes. I'm going to try it. If the situation allows, I will absolutely go for it, okay? Do it for the content. That's what I say.